If you're preparing for CELPIP speaking alone, these are the mistakes that you're doing right now, and you don't even realize it. And the worst part is, you probably think that your answers are good, but they're not. Today I'm going to show you 3 common CELPIP speaking mistakes that students never notice without feedback. And these mistakes are the reason they stuck in CLB 6 or 7. And by the way, for those who don't know me, my name is Anastasia Basenko. I'm an ESL teacher and CELPIP instructor. I prepared many students for CELPIP to reach CLB 8 and above. And I've noticed a clear pattern. Most students don't fail because of the bad English. They fail because they don't realize the mistakes they are making. Because they simply cannot hear themselves making these mistakes. They think that everything is okay. Let's jump into the first mistake is the organization. So the answer could sound okay, but it is not structured. And structure, organization, means a lot for CELPIP. There is like a separate criteria for it, organization of the answer. And so fluent English will not save you, will not protect you from being disorganized in your answer. Many students speak confidently. The pronunciation is okay, the speed is fast, everything is fine, but their answer has no structure. They jump from one idea to another, or they just list the ideas and then they don't have anything else to say, so they just finish their answer and they just keep silent and stop talking. So these answers do not have the beginning, the middle, body, and the conclusion, and so they feel disorganized. CELPIP speaking structure is everything. The examiner listens particularly for clear introduction, for logical development, the expanding of the ideas, development of the story, and then the smooth conclusion. If your answer feels random, it is hard to follow, then your score drops even if your English is good. And why you cannot notice it alone? Even if you record your answers, even if you re-listen to them, you understand your logic and everything seems fine for you. But the examiner does not know what is in your head, right? And that's why it is hard for them to predict. They just evaluate the fact that the answer that they have. And a vivid example here is imagine that you're talking to a friend. You came to a friend, you're telling them something and you're jumping from one idea to another. You begin with the conclusion, you start from the end, and then they just don't understand what you're talking about. So your friend will feel that you just piled it up on him, on them, and just wouldn't know what to do with it. And so imagine that you're talking to a friend and how you do that. You start from the introduction, you start from giving some context, and then you go to the main ideas, you develop them, you give some examples, and then you sum up smoothly. This is the same structure, the same idea you need to take to CELPIP speaking. Always imagine the real person that will listen to your answer, and always ask yourself a question: will they understand my answer or not? Next mistake number 2 is grammar. But not only grammar, but some grammar mistakes that don't feel wrong. And this one is dangerous because every person that are learning English have some mistakes that they are doing constantly, like grammar mistakes they're doing constantly. And this is what we need to improve, all of us. We need to improve it, of course. We need to change it and correct it. But it is impossible to do without teacher's feedback. Without other person notices, because if you re-listen again, if you record your answer and then you re-listen to it, it feels like everything is okay to you because you're doing it constantly. It's it's not a mistake to you, but it is a mistake, and the other person, the teacher, the expert, can notice it and can correct you, and can help you improve it. For example, it could be wrong verb tense. It could be he go instead of he goes. It could be he writing instead of he is writing. Also some slang like gonna, wanna, also it could be, well, it's not a mistake in spoken English, but it's considered not proper language for CELPIP. Sometimes missing articles, missing prepositions, all of that lower your score. These mistakes are small. They don't prevent people from understand you, yeah? But in CELPIP scoring, if you repeat these simple, small mistakes, they lower your score. You cannot go more than CELB 7 if you keep repeating the same mistakes all over again. And mistake number 3 is completing the task. There is a criteria completing the task, right? What does it mean? You need to complete the task. Yeah, you need to answer the task fully. If it is not fully answered, then you just get minus. Yeah, it lowers your score. So if the question is like to give advice and the student gives like only one piece of advice, then it is not completed, yeah, because you need to give some like a choice, or maybe it is written in the question, yeah, for two advice. For example, give advice what to do before and after something, yeah, or what should they choose and what shops should they choose, yeah, and you give like example of only one shop, then it's not enough, yeah, because the task clearly states like what shops, yeah, plural, like you should give like two at least, yeah, minimum two shops, yeah, minimum two pieces of advice. Or for example, if the task is to describe a situation, yeah, from your life, and the student describe some situation, give some events, but they don't give the outcome of it, yeah, they don't tell why it matters. Task is considered not completed in this case. Or for example, like the task says call your friend George and tell something or ask something, and when you answer you say like hello Kate, yeah, it's a mistake because the task says like George, and you don't ask the question, but it is written in the task that you should ask the question. And if you don't answer the question, yeah, it doesn't matter how fluent you sound, how good your English is, you will not score higher than 7 in this case. And students usually don't notice that because in their heads they answered the question, but according to the scoring criteria they didn't, and that's where their problem is. This is also why in my CELPIP preparation course, speaking always includes feedback, personalized, detailed feedback. Because strategy alone is not enough. We have a solo option, small for a strict budget, yeah, where you can study the strategy and you can study alone, yeah. But it's not enough if you want to score a 7 higher, because you need someone to show you how can you improve your answers, what you are doing wrong. For example, where your structure breaks, what grammar patterns lower your score, and which grammar patterns, grammar structures you should use to improve your score. You can just memorize like a couple of sentences, a couple of structures that you can use in every task, and it will upgrade your score, it will improve your score. Where we teach how to complete the task, so the task will feel completed, yeah, the listener, the examiner will be pleased and will give you a highest score possible. Once students see these patterns, the improvements becomes much easier. Let me tell you a little how we work with speaking on my CELPIP preparation course. So every student have a WhatsApp chat with me where they send their recorded voice messages, answers to their speaking tasks, which I listen to and evaluate them according to the CELPIP speaking criteria, like the real examiners do. And so I evaluate them. I tell what is good, what they did, what they did not so good, yeah, and how to improve it. What structures to use to get higher score, what grammar vocabulary you should use to improve their score, how to complete their task, yeah, where to make it deeper, where to expand there, and how to expand their answer. So the task fulfillment will be completed, so the organization will feel good. So if you need to have CLB 8 and plus, by the way, I got CLB 10 on speaking, CELPIP speaking. I will attach the video how I got 10 on CELPIP speaking somewhere. You can see it right after this one. So if you need CLB 8 and higher, don't just practice more, practice smarter. Analyze your answers, ask for professional feedback, and improve your answers according to this feedback. So the next your answer, the next one and the next one will be better and better and better. So if you want structured lessons, guided course, plus real feedback. You can check out our website. I will leave the link below this video. We have like the full CELPIP preparation course, which includes 4 parts like listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Or you can, if you struggle particularly in speaking, you can purchase only speaking part. Yeah, it will cost lower, but you will get my feedback on your speaking answers. I also leave a link to this one below. Yeah, if you choose the course with my feedback, with teacher's feedback, you will get my personalized feedback on your answers. That's it for now. I wish you guys luck in your CELPIP preparation and on your CELPIP exam, and see you guys in the next videos. Bye.